Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. William Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, has finally nominated and he has officially unveiled a list of his own principal secretary members. That nomination by Dr. William Ruto has attracted several views, several opinions, and several reactions from different people here in Kenya. Some people are very much okay and they are very much satisfied with the nominations, while other people feel like the nomination by Dr. William Samoei Ruto actually lack gender balance and also regional balance. And according to their opinion, ladies and gentlemen, is that Dr. William Ruto relied so much on two communities, the Kikuyus and the Kalenjins, who actually took part in the largest percentage of that nomination, while others look at it like where that nomination actually lack gender balance. So I don't know what's your opinion and I don't know what's your take on this issue or on this matter. So let me hear your thoughts on the comment section below. But one thing you must learn and one thing you must understand for sure is that, sorry for that, the total number of people who had actually showed interest and they actually applied for these principal secretary jobs were a total of 9,154 members. But the Public Service Committee or the Public Service Commission, which is actually a body that participated in the shortlisting of these candidates, actually shortlisted a total of 250 members only out of the 9,154 members. And it forwarded the names to Dr. William Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, so that he can nominate them, which he has already done it. So the next step that we are expecting as from now on is that these nominees will now be vetted just to test their suitabilities in their offices, just like what happened to the CS who were appointed by Dr. William Samoei Ruto. And the people who will vet these principal secretaries are a special committee which will be unveiled very soon, and it will be approved by none other than the members of the National Assembly. And the next step is that they will now officially be appointed by Dr. William Samoei Ruto as the official principal secretaries who will now work with Dr. William Samoei Ruto for the next 5 years or for the next 10 years in his regime, in his Kenya Kwanza Alliance regime. But ladies and gentlemen, in this video today, I just want us to look at the inside story. Who are these principal secretaries and how Dr. William Samoei Ruto used, or the method that he used to actually nominate these people, because I saw several people complaining on social media about this issue. But before that, or before we go into deeper details of this video, if you're watching this video for the first time, kindly feel very much welcome, and please support me by subscribing to this YouTube channel. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend my channel to reach out to other people, so that we can grow into a greater audience. Otherwise, feel very much welcome and feel very much appreciated. You can also press that notification bell so that each and every time I upload a video on this platform, YouTube will automatically notify you, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, I don't have much. Thank you so much as you support me by subscribing in one way or another. Now, what is the inside story? How did William Ruto appoint these principal secretaries? In my considered opinion, ladies and gentlemen, the first point is that the majority of these principal secretaries are actually the Kikuyu communities and the Kalenjins. The Kalenjins are the ones who are leading, and there are a total of 14 members, followed by the Kikuyus, who are actually 10 members, followed by the Somalis, who are actually 9 members. One shocking thing is that, or the rest are now the Luyas, the Kampas, and other tribes. But one shocking thing that I noticed is that there's no even a single Kisii in these members of the principal secretaries. There's no even a single Kisii. And if there is one, I stand to be corrected. You can just comment that person on the comment section below. But the way I've looked at it, the way I've observed that list, there's no even a single Kisii. So, and in my considered opinion, why Dr. William Samoei Ruto decided to appoint majority of Kikuyus and Kalenjins is that because he wanted, to reward them for what they did to him in the just concluded 2022 general election. That could be one of the reasons. The second thing that I have actually observed from that list is that Dr. William Samoei Ruto has retained 3 principal secretaries who were previously or who worked with the retired President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, and they were actually appointed by Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta in the previous Jubilee regime. And what is the list of these 3 members? The first person we have Belio Kipsang. Belio Kipsang has been appointed to be in charge in the department or in education department. And in my considered opinion, why Dr. William Ruto appointed this guy to be on the education sector is simply because of his experience in that sector. Remember that Belio Kipsang worked with Dr. Fred Okemo Matiang'i when he was a CS for education. And Belio Kipsang also worked with the previous CS for education, Magoha. And he will also work with Machogu, who is the current CS for education. So because of that experience, I personally believe that that is the reason as to why Dr. William Samoei Ruto decided to retain him in that sector. And so that he can also discuss, the curriculum-based, the CBC formula, the CBC education formula, because he was there when that program was actually unleashed. So he knows far much better on that education sector. That is why Dr. William Samoei Ruto decided to appoint him. The second person who was retained by Dr. William Samoei Ruto is this guy called Charles Hinga. And Charles Hinga was actually deployed to the Department of the Housing Project. And why did Dr. William Ruto decided to retain him? This guy was there when the housing project was actually unveiled during the Jubilee regime, and he was actually there. So he understands so much better, because according to the program that Dr. William Samoei Ruto has as the President of the Republic of Kenya, one of his key projects is to develop the project of the housing project. And this guy understands that sector so much. That is why Dr. William Samoei Ruto decided to retain this person. And the third person who Dr. William Samoei Ruto retained is this guy called Chris Kipto, who is retained in the sector of trade, the trade department. So these are the 3 guys who Dr. William Samoei Ruto has retained them, who worked with the previous regime and is still working with them. The third point, or the insight, or the third point which I established is that, which I noticed is that the reward system. Dr. William Samoei Ruto has rewarded those people who actually stood with him during the previous regime, when Dr. William Samoei Ruto was frustrated by the Jubilee administration. And who are these people? We have somebody like Nixon Korir. We have somebody like Belio Kipsang. And I've always maintained on this platform that the reward system of Dr. William Samoei Ruto compared to Raila Odinga, Dr. William Samoei Ruto knows far much better on how to reward the loyalists, the people who stood by his side. Those are the kind of people who Dr. William Samoei Ruto decided to reward them first in the selection of this, or in the nomination of these principal secretaries. And the fourth point that I noticed is the big names actually missed in that list. If I may ask you a question, ladies and gentlemen, where is Cleophas Malala? Some people actually, some people believed that somebody like Cleophas Malala will actually be nominated by Dr. William Samoei Ruto, but he missed in that list. Somebody like Chris Wamalwa, somebody like Dennis Itumbi, somebody like the wife to the IEBC chairperson Wafula Chebukati, who had also showed some interest to be nominated. She lacked also in that list. So that is how Dr. William Samoei Ruto nominated his own principal secretaries. I don't know what you think. I don't know what's your opinion. Let me hear your thoughts on the comment section below. Otherwise, I don't have much. Thank you so much and see you in the next video, guys. Thank you so much.